Did you know that today God wants to use you? He doesn't necessarily want to call you into the ministry. I believe he does want to call some of you, but he wants to use you in your everyday life, not just to touch the person near you, but to touch the city around you, to even touch the nations of the world. The problem with us when it comes to God using us is all our faults seem to rise before our eyes. And we kind of imagine that God would use someone better or more perfect than us. But I want to tell you this morning, God wants to use you. And today I want to speak to you on the subject of how to be used by God. How to be used by God. God uses broken vessels, ordinary people, to impact lives of others, and it has repercussions throughout not just history, but all eternity. In your notes this morning, I want you to write this down. God's purpose for our lives is far greater than our problems. His purpose for our life is far greater than our problems. Don't let your problems drown out God's purpose for you. He's got a plan and a purpose, and he wants to use you. That's why he saved you, that you might belong to him. And he uses imperfect people with flaws, with weaknesses, and with challenges. Just go to the Bible and look at the people in the Bible that God used. He saved 8 people when he flooded the world. One of them was Noah. And immediately after God saved Noah, he got drunk. How many of you know people that just got saved, and then they got drunk? There's hope. God chose Abraham. He was old. He told lies. God chose Isaac. Isaac was a liar also, like his father Abraham. God chose Jacob. Jacob was a deceiver of note, a master con man. Moses stuttered. He couldn't even speak properly. Gideon was afraid and he hid away. Samson was a womanizer. Rahab was a prostitute. Jeremiah and Timothy were just young people. And David was an adulterer and a murderer. Elijah was suicidal. Jonah ran away. And John the Baptist ate bugs. But God used him. Peter denied Christ. The disciples couldn't even pray for 1 hour. And Martha was worried about everything. And the Samaritan woman had a string of divorces. How many of you know God can use you? So I want to give you some things today, some things to help you to understand how you can be used by God. Number 1 is forget about your past and focus on your future. People with a messed up past, with mistakes and weaknesses, often the bigger the mistakes, the bigger the testimony. Number 2, don't focus on what you lack, but on what you have. Often we can look at what we lack, but what have you got? Look at what you've got. Number 3, don't let age be a mental barrier. Some of you are getting older and you switch off. Oh, let the young people do it. No. See, the disciples were chosen in their teens. So was Timothy and Jeremiah. They were young and God used them. But Moses was 80. Number 4, don't let your education or social standing be a barrier. God can use ordinary people to touch the world. And he's repeatedly done that. Number 5, don't let what you are stop you from becoming what you can be. How many of you know that when you sit alone at home, you know who you are? Sometimes people compliment you and they shake your hand and they tell you how wonderful you are. But all of us in the secret place of our hearts know exactly who we are. Isn't that true? And someone will say to you, you need to do this, and God needs to use you. And you're like, you don't know who I am. But who we are is no different to any of the people God used in the Bible. Number 6, be obedient. Be obedient. When God tells you to do something, do it. When he tells you to speak to someone, speak to them. Number 7, be confident in who you are. Don't try and be someone else. Don't be a pretender. Sometimes we feel we've got to be someone else. No, just be you. When David fought against Goliath, he was just himself. They tried to put Saul's armor on him, but he could never be used by God with Saul's armor. He had to take the stones and the club. Number 8, be available. You know, you can't be used by God if you're not available. Number 9, be compassionate. Be compassionate. Have compassion. It's a decision. And compassion is very simple. It's a decision to feel what other people are feeling. Number 10, be surrendered. Be surrendered. Are you receiving something today? Be surrendered. Jonah had a bad attitude, but when he surrendered, God still used him. Number 11, keep your eyes on Jesus, not on your weakness. When you look at yourself, you'll see weakness, but when you look at Jesus, you'll see strength. Number 12. Have you been helped today? If you want to be used by God, always remember this. When you mess up, remain in the potter's hands.